In this video, I am going to explain how to eat enough fat on the keto diet, and we are going to start right now. I am Dr. Pete, and this is All Things Keto. Let's dig in. No, I didn't mean that literally. There's a lot of people out there that think when we talk about getting more fat on the keto diet that this means that they've got to eat a stick of butter. No, that was a joke. So let's actually now get really to the issue of how we get more fat on the keto diet. Getting more fat on the keto diet actually is a dilemma because most people have lived decades without eating fat. It's been demonized in the media. The idea now on the keto diet that we're going to be adding fat into this food lifestyle is sort of a foreign idea. And one has to rethink how they cook. I have listed for you the top 6 healthy fats that most people that are veterans of the keto diet use almost every single day. The top 3, the ghee, the beef tallow, and the lard, these are saturated fats that generally I use for frying or heating anything that has to go to a high temperature because these particular fats have high smoke points. The lower 3 fats and oils are the ones that I use when I'm going to be cooking something at a lower temperature. So butter, for example, can be used to cook eggs because in order to fry an egg, you don't have to have the pan that hot. And then we have the olive oil and the avocado oil. These are monounsaturated fats and are excellent for drizzling on salads or on other vegetables that you're going to roast in the oven. And both of those oils can be also used for stir fries, since when you stir fry things, the temperatures don't have to get all that hot. So I've broken the how. How are we going to use these fats for you down into 4 categories. The first are in beverages and in soups. So the first example that you're looking at here is adding some butter and heavy cream to my coffee. Now, you might not have coffee in the morning. Maybe you have hot tea, and you don't have to put butter and heavy cream in the drink that you have in the morning, but you could have perhaps one or the other. And there are lots of sources. For example, half and half, if you're careful with the label and make sure that it has 1 gram of carbs or less per serving, half and half can also be added to either tea or coffee as an example. So this is where I start to bring in fat calories first thing in the morning. Secondly, if you like to make soups, like some of the soups that we featured on here on our YouTube channel, the lamb sausage soup in particular, soups are an excellent place where you can add, say, a half a stick of butter to the soup after you've finished adding the major ingredients. Let it simmer a while, then taste it because the butter's also going to bring in salt with it, right? So this is another place where you can increase the amount of fat that is in your diet. We also can add fat to sauces, right? And the example that you're seeing here is a salad dressing that I make myself. I call it Dr. Pete's Bamo sauce, where the main ingredients are avocado oil and high-fat sour cream and heavy cream as an example. So this is another place because you're going to be dressing up your salad with this, and it's bringing in a high concentration of fats, saturated fats, into the meal on top of whatever your entree is. Also, fats or oils can be drizzled, right? And here you're seeing in a salad that I just finished making how I'm using avocado oil to drizzle over the top of both of the 2 salads. This is another way to pick up more fat calories, and it tastes, absolutely awesome. You can either put the dressing on top of the salad that I just talked about, or you can add a little bit of red wine vinegar, and either way you have a killer salad and you've managed to add fat calories. And then lastly, you can get more fat calories by using, for example, the ghee and the beef tallow and bacon grease, the lard, when you're frying various things. Like in this example, I'm frying chicken, right? But you might be frying an egg, and you can use the ghee. I usually, when I fry an egg, I'm going to use a combination of ghee and beef tallow to do that, or bacon grease. It just depends what my taste is for the morning. If you're making a soup, for example, and you need to saute or brown the meat that's going to go into the soup, then using ghee or using the beef tallow is an excellent idea. Sometimes bacon grease is going to work, but you got to remember it's going to bring in the flavor of the bacon, and that works for some soups and it doesn't work for others. And there are other examples of frying, right? You can pan-sear fish, for example, and when you do that, again, I'm going to reach for the ghee and for the beef tallow to do that, because these are excellent saturated fats. And at the end of the day, you will have succeeded over the course of a day in getting enough fat calories in your diet. So it's a matter of basically retraining yourself to understand that over the course of a day and the cooking of whole food that we're doing on a ketogenic diet, that there's usually a place all throughout that day where you're going to be adding fat into the meal in terms of the cooking. So I hope that you found this information useful. If you did, hit that subscribe button and click the bell next to it so you're notified the next time we put out one of these ketogenic videos. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.